Our annual Shakespeare production. This is unusual. Normally we would have this filled in the afternoon with students and then filled in the evening with parents and family, and we're just trying to make the best path through this COVID mess. So thank you for working with us. Thank you for accommodating us. A very big special thank you to Mrs. Jordan, who's helped step in and lead them. So thank you. So we are going to have a word of prayer. We ask the Lord's blessing on this. And your students are going to do a fantastic job. They've been very, very excited about it. And we're also going to pray for a speedy recovery for Mrs. Mays, to have her back on campus as soon as possible. So let's pray together. Father, we thank you for Friday afternoon. Thank you for bringing us to this point. Thank you for these students and for their passion, for their great, forgive me, Lord, for their great enthusiasm. And I pray that they would just enjoy this production. They put so much time into it. We do pray for Mrs. Mays that you would continue to help her to recover, to get her full strength back. Thank you for each family. Today we ask your blessing on them, your protection on them. And I pray, Lord, as we kind of think through the language of Shakespeare and we think through the plot of Romeo and Juliet and the tragedy and the triumph, that we would hear from you the moral of the story, not just for this play, but for life in general. So I pray that there would be some of this benefit to us as we watch this. And so bless this production, be with our students, and bless the rest of our day, we pray. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right. Enough of my tongue twisting. Let the play begin.
Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I'll back thee.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law not said if I say I?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
You lie.
Draw, Phoebe men. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
Hard fool, put up thy sword, you know not what you do.
What art thou drawn among these heartless signs? Turn deep in foil, look upon thy death.
I do, but keep the peace. Put up thy sword and manage it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn in tug of peace? I hate the words, I hate ho, all Montagues indeed. Have at thee, coward.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, on pain of torture from these bloody hands, throw your mistempered hammered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of the streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest depart away. Once more, pain of death, all men depart.
Meanwhile, a rich nobleman comes to Lord Capulet asking for the beautiful Juliet's hand in marriage. But Lord Capulet tells him to win Juliet's heart and wait 2 more years before getting married. Romeo and Benvolio intercept a Capulet servant passing out invitations to the Capulet ball and decide to attend, so Benvolio can prove to Romeo that Rosalind, Romeo's current crush, is not the only beautiful girl in the world.
What now, my lord? What calls you to my suit?
But saying or we have said before, my child is yet strange in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in her pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she our happy mother's maid.
And too soon martyr, though so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes, but she. Woo her gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. Go, Sirrah, charge about for fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are in here. I can never find the names of the writing person hath red hair. I must still learn.
I got it, good fellow.
Keep going. I pray, sir. Can you read?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language. Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Count Anselmo and his beauteous sister, the lady widow of Ricevio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosalind, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up.
Whither?
To supper, to our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
And I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet. If you mean not the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest in me.
At the same ancient feast of Capulet, Capulet sucks the fair Rosalind whom thou so lovest, and with all the admired beauties of Verona, go thither and with unattained eyes compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thou swan grow.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of mine own.
Lady Capulet informs Juliet of her father's wish to marry. Juliet agrees to consider the opportunity at the ball that night.
What is your will? Nurse, give us sleep a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hast hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's 3 age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth, and yet to my teen be it spoken. I have before, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls. We're of an age, well, Susan is with God. She is too good for me. But as I said, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14.
Enough of this. I pray thee hold thy peace.
Peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou is the prettiest babe that ever I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very thing I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Julia, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now living. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady. Lady, such a man as all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find the light right there with beauty's pen. So shall you share all that he doth possess, by having him making yourself no less. Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I look to like if looking liking move.
Romeo, Benvolio, and Mercutio make their way to the party, despite Romeo sensing bad consequences will come of it.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground and cannot move.
You are a lover, borrow Cupid's wings, and soar them above a common gun. Come, we burn daylight, ho.
Will we meet well going to the mass, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
What was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairest midwife, and she comes in no shade bigger than an agate stone. On the forefinger of an outer man, drawn with a team of little atomies, athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spinners' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers. Her chariot. Pricked from the lazy finger of a maid, her chariot is an empty hazelnut. This is that very map.
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain.
This when you talk of, we'll judge from ourselves. Supper's done and we shall come too late. Strike drum.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence. Yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful day with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life, close in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplugged with horns will walk about with you. All my mistress. Now, which of you all will now to dance? She that makes dainty, she all swear half horns. Can musicians play?
What lady's that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night, like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Shows so a snowy dove trooping with groves, as yonder lady over her fellows shows. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
This spies worship be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. Now by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm ye so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither, come in spite to scorn at a solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
To see that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle, cause live alone, abears him like a portly gentleman, and to say true, for under brags of him to be virtuous and well-governed youth. Therefore, be patient, take no note of him.
If this one such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. Am I the master here, or you? Go to.
I withdraw, but this intrusion shall, I'll seemly sweet, convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm as holy palmers kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, what lips do what hands do?
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary, bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
The Chinks!
Is she a Capulet? Oh dear Count, my life is my foe's dead.
Away, be gone, this port is at the best.
What is he that follows there?
I know not.
Go ask his name.
If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only loves come from my only hate. Too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
Romeo, having fallen in love with Juliet upon first sight, slips away from his friends by jumping the Capulet wall to see more of Juliet.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thine center out.
Oh, Romeo, my cousin Romeo!
He is wise, and by my life hath stolen him home to bed.
Come, he ran this way. He left this orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Romeo! Romeo!
And if he hear thee, thou will anger him.
This cannot anger him. My invocation is fair and honest. In his mistress' name I only conjure, but to raise him up.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees, to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind in his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Good night, Romeo. All to my tuckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
But soft, what light breaks through yonder window? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, whose heart is sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. She speaks, yet says nothing. What of that? See how she leans her cheek upon that hand. Oh, thou were glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis by thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It's nor hand nor foot, nor arm nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name that which we call a rose? By any other name it smells sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called.
I take thee at thy word. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou thus bescreened in the night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, do you say, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to me.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How comest thou hither? Tell me and wherefore.
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out.
If they do see thee, they'll murder thee.
I've night's cloak to hide me from their sight, and but thou love me, let them find me here.
O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love,
Well, do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy this contract tonight.
wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu.
Juliet, madam.
Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I'll come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night, I'm afeard. Being a knight, all this is but a dream.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, and I'll follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam.
Anon. But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam.
By and by I come. To cease thy suit and leave me to my grief, tomorrow will I send.
So thrives my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love, like schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
As the sun rises on this long night, Romeo seeks out Friar Lawrence to convince him to perform a marriage ceremony between Juliet and himself. Friar Lawrence, believing this will help end the feud, agrees.
The grad morns frowns on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds of streaks light. From Forte's path and Tyson's fiery wheels, now where the sun advances burning high. The day to cheer, nice dank dew to dry. I must have filled this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juice flowers.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedici, why will your tongue so sweet salute me? Our only hath not been in bed tonight. God Farmington, hast thou been with Rosalind?
With Rosalind, my cozy father? No, I have forgotten that name, and that name's Woe.
That's my good son. Well, where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou asketh me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, whereon a sudden one hath wounded me. That's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help, and holy physic lies.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drifts. Real in confession finds but real in shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the daughter of the rich Capulet, and mine on hers, so hers set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When, where, and how, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what it changes here? Is Rosalind that thou didn't love so dear so soon forsaken? Young men's love them lies, not surely in their hearts but in their eyes.
I pray thee, chide me not, her I love now, doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
In one respect I'll be, for this alliance may still have to prove to turn your household's rancor into your love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slowly, they stumble out and fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father, I spoke with his man.
Why, that same pale hard-hearted wench, that Rosalind, torments him that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of Lord Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life?
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write can answer a letter.
Here comes Romeo, here comes Romeo.
Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairy last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
This slip, sir, this slip. Can you not conceive?
Oh, well, here's Gildy here.
A cell!
Peter.
And on.
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter, tie your face for your fan's the fairer of the two.
Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I might find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than when he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for a fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
Romeo, will you come to your father's? Will to dinner thither?
I will follow.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Lady, lady, lady.
Mary, farewell. Pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself talk.
Now, afore God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurry knave, pray you, sir, and as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire you out.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrip this afternoon, and there she shall, as Friar Lawrence's self, be shrived and married. Here's for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny. This afternoon, sir, well, she shall be there.
Farewell, commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter,
Anon.
take my fan, Peter, and go before, and apace.
Juliet impatiently waits for her nurse to return, with instructions of when she should go to confession and meet Romeo to be married. Her nurse returns with the news that she should go that very afternoon.
The clock struck 9 and I did send a nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. Oh, that's not so. She's lame. She comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news hast thou me with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, good sweet nurse, why thou lookest sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily.
I am weary, give me leave a while. Fie how my bones ache, what a jaunt have I had.
I wouldst thou had my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste, can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath, and thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. What says he to our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches, what a head have I. My back, oh, to the other side. Beshrew your heart for setting me about to catch my death of jaunting up and down.
In faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Now, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant, and a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou appliest. Your love says like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Have you got leave to go to Shrip today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence itself. There sees a husband to make you a wife.
Hie to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
Meanwhile, the day is hot and tempers are short. Members of both families are out as Tybalt comes in search of Romeo to settle the score for crashing the party the night before.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, and the Capulets are abroad. If we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now is the mad blood stirring.
Thy head is full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
By my head, here comes the Capulets.
By my heel I care not.
Gentlemen, Gooden, a word with one of you?
And but would word with one of us? Couple with something, make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What thou make us minstrels? Here's my fiddlestick, here's that shall make you dance.
talk here in the public haunts of men. Either withdraw into some private place, or reason coldly of thy grievances, or else depart. All eyes gaze on thee.
Men's eyes were made to look and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure. I.
Then peace be with you. Here comes my man. Romeo, the love I bear thinking for no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth much excuse that appertaining rage to such greeting. Villain I am none. I see thou knowest me not, therefore farewell.
Boy, they shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee more than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Come, sir, you're Passata.
Tybalt, Mercutio! Stop! Stop! Tybalt! Stop! Mercutio! Tybalt! Stop! Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbid this banning in Verona streets. Tybalt, Mercutio! Stop! Stop, Mercutio! Tybalt, stop! Stop! Hold Tybalt, good Mercutio.
Ah!
I am hurt. A plague on both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
Aye, a scratch, a scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, Billy, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
Nor so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. Sir, ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a great man. A plague on both your houses! Why the devil you came between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me to some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses! They have made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly too. Your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, hath got his mortal hurt in my behalf. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead.
This day's black fate on mo days doth depend. This day begins the woe that others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph for Mercutio slain, away to heaven, respective leniency, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Tybalt, Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company, and either thou or I or both shall go with him.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, shall with him hence.
This shall determine that.
What the?
Romeo, awake and gone, stand not amazed. The prince will do thee death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone away.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, I can discover all. The unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and taught to go at like lightning, for ere I could draw to part. And was Tybalt slain? And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly? This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give.
And
Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he has found that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will.
Juliet waits for Romeo to come and see her after their secret marriage.
But her nurse arrives with the news that Romeo has killed her cousin, Tybalt, instead.
Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, wither that new snow upon a raven's back. Come gentle night, come loving black-browed night.
Whoa, what was me?
Now nurse, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Ah, well a day. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Whoever thought it, Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus?
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and Tybalt dead, my dear loved cousin and my dear lord?
Tybalt is gone and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, just opposite to what thou justly seemest.
Give me some aqua vitae. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born in shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband's? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name, when I thy 3 hours wife have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin?
Hie to your chamber, I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is.
Oh, find him, give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo flees to Friar Lawrence, who explains to him that the prince has chosen a merciful punishment, banishment from Verona rather than death.
Come forth, thou fearful man. Afflictions and more thy parts, and thou art wed to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom?
Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Ah, banishment, be merciful. Say death, for exile hath more terror in his look.
Art thou banished? Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There's no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself.
O deadly sin, O ruined thankfulness, thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives.
Arise, one knocks, go home and hide thyself. Hark, how they knock, who's there?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar. Oh, tell me, holy friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, on the ground with his own tears made drunk.
Stand up, stand and you be a man.
Nurse, speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Does she think me an old murderer?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up. And Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
Well, tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me, that I may sack this hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand, art thou a man? Go get thee thy love and come for her. But look, thou say not to the watery set, for then thou canst not pass to the man's what, for thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed here all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come. Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. Hie you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comforters survive by this.
Go hence, good night.
so unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter.
These times will afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's made up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she should be ruled in all respects by me. Nay more, I doubt not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here my son Paris's love. And bid her mark you me. But soft, what day is it?
Monday, my lord.
Well, Wednesday's too soon. A Thursday let it be. A Thursday tell her. She shall be married to this noble earl.
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Or will get you gone. A Thursday be it then.
Juliet rushes to Friar Lawrence seeking help. Obviously, she cannot be married to two men. He gives her a potion that will simulate death for 48 hours. Her family will put her in the family burial vault, where Romeo can come and take her away to Mantua, where he is in exile. Friar Lawrence makes plans to send a message to Romeo, telling him of their plans.
Come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
O Juliet, I already know thy grief, estrange me past and compass of my wits. I hear thou must, nothing may prove it. And on Thursday next you marry to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou here hearest of this, unless you tell me how I may prevent it.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If thou darest, I give thee remedy.
I'll do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, go home, be merry, give consent to me your prayers. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou of this vial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor for no pulse, shall keep its native progress but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The resin thy lips and cheeks shall fade, to thy ashes thy eyes windows fall. Like death in thee shuts up the day of life. Thou shalt continue to in 40 days, and then awakest from a pleasant sleep. In the meantime, against thou shalt wake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. And later that night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me.
Hold. Watch thy. Hold, and let Rome and bear thee hence to Mantua.
I will do it without. Love give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
The evening before her wedding to Paris, Juliet drinks the potion that will make her appear dead.
Aye, those the towers are best. But gentle nurse, I pray thee leave me to myself tonight.
What, are you busy, Ho? Need you my help?
No, madam, we have called such necessaries as are behoovable for our state tomorrow. So please you now, let me be left alone, and the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full in all this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast me.
Farewell, God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. Come, vial, what if this mixture do not work at all? How if when I am laid in the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Will then I not be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no wholesome air breathes in, and lie strangled ere my Romeo comes? Romeo, I come. This I do drink to thee.
Mistress, what mistress, Juliet? Fast I warrant her sheep. Fie, you slug a bed. What, not a word? How sound is she asleep? I needs must wake her. Madam, 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 alas, alas! Help, help, my lady's dead. Oh, well a day that ever I was born.
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look, look, oh heavy day.
Oh me, my child, my only life. Revive, look up, I will die with thee. Help, help, call help.
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
She's dead. Deceased. She's dead.
Ha, let me see her. Out alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of the field. All that we ordained festival turned from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells, our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast. Our bridal flowers serve for a buried corpse.
Balthazar brings Romeo the news of Juliet's apparent death to him in Mantua. Romeo buys a vial of illegal poison and plans to go to the Capulet tomb and kill himself.
News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? How doth my Juliet? For nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angel lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post. To tell it to you, oh pardon me for bringing these ill news.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowest my logic. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and I do import. Some misadventure?
No matter. Get thee gone and hire those horses. I will be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. O mischief, thou art swift to enter the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted, in tattered weeds with overwhelming brows, culling of simples. As I do remember, this should be the house, and being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What ho, apothecary?
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see thou art poor. Hold, there is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Famine is in thy cheeks, and need and oppression starveth in thine eyes. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it, take this.
My poverty and not my will consents. Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you have the strength of 20 men, it will dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls than doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that they mayst not sell. To Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Friar Lawrence, finding that his message to Romeo was delayed, rushes to the tomb to be present when Juliet awakens.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I I strew. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies in true love's right?
Hold, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my Lord and Father. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof. Give me the light. Whatever thou do not interrupt me in my course, or else I will tear thee apart, joint by joint.
I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Thou shalt show me friendship. Hold, take thou that, live and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, thou death's and despite, I will cram thee with more food.
Montague, can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Put not another sin upon my head. Go hence and leave me. Oh, be gone.
I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy. O my love, my wife, death that has sucked the honey of thy breath hath no power yet upon thy beauty. Be used in sign yet. Is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Eyes, here I remain, eyes look your last, arms take a last embrace, and lips owe you door's breath, seal with a righteous kiss, and dayless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter Conduct, come and savory guide, thou desperate pilot, not once run on this seasick weary bark, and this I, what, here's to my love. O true apothecary, thy drugs are quick, thus with a kiss I die.
Romeo, O Pell, who else, what, Paris too? And steeped in blood, all what uncomfortable hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo? Go, get thee hence, for I will not away. What is this? A cup closed in my true love's hand? Poison, I see, hath been thy timeless end. O churl, drunk all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips, haply some poison yet doth hang on them. Yea, noise, then I'll be brief. O happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest and let me die.
What misadventure so early up that calls our person from our morning rest?
Sovereign, here lies the county Paris, slain, Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before warm and new kill.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires to mine age?
Look now shall see, Capulet Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. Therefore.
But I can give thee more.
O brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall be no figure as such a rate be set, but as the true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo by his lady's life, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A blooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head, for never was a story of more woe than this of Romeo and Juliet.
a school play if a bunch of drums didn't fall behind the stage. And probably every play. If you noticed, a couple of our students actually were carrying scripts. We had last minute one of our Shakespeare students. This was even after we found out Mrs. Mays wouldn't be able to see through a play. We found out one of our students was going to need to stay at home this week, and he had 3 parts in the play. So they pulled together. They let me boss them around and say, you're going to be on stage again reading this, you're going to be on stage again reading this, and they made it work so that their hard work didn't go to waste. So give them one more round of applause. At this time, classes, if you'll go back to finish the day in your classroom, 6th grade, that's 7th period for you. You have about 30 minutes left. And parents and faculty, if you would like to congratulate or greet our 7th graders, I'm going to have them exit first before parents get up. I'll dismiss the classes now, and then once you guys are gone, I'll have the cast go out the back, and then parents can visit for a minute if you would like to. 6th grade, that's you.